Good morning and Assalamu alaikum. Dear guests, my name is Sarah Howard and I'm an admin apprentice here at MEMC. Welcome to the Multicultural Arts and Media Centre on the launch for the Arts for Dementia Therapy Network, Northwest.
Does most of us know what dementia is? Just put your hand up if you know. Okay, we have a 50-50 split. So, more reasons why we should know. So as a definition, dementia is a general term used for progressive loss of brain functions that affect the ability to live or increase independence. Dementia has no social, economic, ethnic or geographical boundaries. The prevalence of dementia worldwide is that there is a case of dementia every 7 seconds.
I always think that dementia is the cruelest of illnesses. If you've got diabetes or heart trouble, you know what's the matter with you. But with dementia, you just do not understand what is happening. And that's why I say it's cruel. I had a relative who had dementia in the late 50s, and she was taken off to a mental hospital miles from home. So what few memories she had and what comfort she had in her surroundings were just completely taken away. And she was put in a strange place, miles and miles from the family. And she was just constantly in floods of tears. Why I'm so very pleased that Mohammed and Multicultural Arts and all the health commissioners are working together on this project. It's a great honour to launch the start of this very important process, and good luck to everybody who's involved with it. Thank you.
Well, thank you to Mohammed and the team for inviting me. I'm here representing NHS England and in particular the strategic clinical networks, and my role in the networks is as a quality improvement programme lead. Networks, and today is about a network launching the Northwest Art Therapy Network, and it can mean so many different things, can't it, networking, but ultimately it's about people. It's about bringing people together to do great things.
I've had a privilege to be a member of this networking group. I've not been able to attend all the meetings, but I've attended most, and I've seen it emerge, and that group is people who are managing things in their job, so it's a lot of people who have a lot to bring to the table, a lot of knowledge to bring to the table, and also a lot of acumen. They're able to put things into practice. And it was a privilege to be on that group. And you always think when you get together as a group, have we time to do this? And there's a lot of people who are very busy people on that group. And yet, time after time for these meetings, these people have turned up.
Well, it was really a great event, and it's awareness to the people for the dementia and how the dementia affects a person's life, his family life, his social life, and how you can overcome these problems. And I think this is one of the great awareness in the BM community, where there is no knowledge about the dementia, how to tackle with this one, and it should be going more further. We have some counsellors support, other NHS support, and I think it'll be in coming months or years, it'll be a good project, and really appreciate this project.
It's been an excellent launch. The presentations, the speeches we've had have all given us information, they've all been positive. We're all looking forward now to moving forward, because dementia has always been an issue to be put under the carpet. It isn't anymore. It's an issue which is going to affect so many people that it's important that people understand what it's all about and what there is out there to help. What do you think, sir?
Yeah, well, I think that it was a very impressive get-together, and I think what the Multicultural Arts and Media Centre does is to get the whole community together, and there were, not only ethnic minorities, but there were everybody from the community come around, and they are sort of coming and supporting an idea like this one. I'm very impressed with it, and I'll go along with it, and any help I can give as a local councillor, I'll be helping with the project.
I endorse that. I endorse that.
You endorse, yeah, yes.
The outcomes for this session today is to increase awareness and knowledge of dementia-friendly communities, become dementia friends, involve in linking and working on a long-term basis on a wider Greater Manchester and Lancashire level, establish links with vulnerable groups such as BME, women, young people and learning disabilities, join in the development of the Art for Dementia Therapy Network Northwest, which I'll be explaining to you later.
Our main role is to bring people together, people like you that's in the room, from the service providers, patients, carers, members of the public, voluntary organisations, and we help to facilitate all of you coming together to work collaboratively. That is what we do in a nutshell, and then obviously we're looking to improve outcomes for patients. So that's an overview not just of the dementia but of where we are, but dementia comes under the mental health and neurological conditions.
I'm just going to do an overview really of what dementia is and how we can recognise it, and some of perhaps the issues that crop up for people who are living with dementia and their carers. Okay, so there are currently over 800,000 people living with dementia in the UK. And we've now, the 16,000 figure through our new report, we now know to be more like 44,000 people under the age of 65 who have dementia. So that's 3 times more than we thought in our previous report. We know that there are over 11,500 people with dementia. I think your figures perhaps again are slightly higher, but it depends on which different cultures and people, religions we're looking at. But there are many thousands of people from different black and minority ethnic groups in the UK. And we know that there's going to be a million people with dementia by 2025. So some quite scary statistics, really.
Yeah, my name is Paul Mansell, and I was diagnosed with dementia nearly approximately 2.5 years ago. And I carried on with life, and I decided to live life as I've always lived it. I cycle, I go out and do about 30 miles cycling. But all these symptoms that are on here should or could happen to me. So I said, well, I'm going to get on with life. I go cycling, I go abroad for holidays, I carry on with life as normal. And I drive my car, I'm prepared to go in for any test that they say, you've got to have if you dementia, But the main thing is basically carry on with your life as I've always done.
Do you want me to start? I am Tora Butterworth from Millicare Mobility Specialists. We're a family-run business, and we cover the whole of the North West, and we have 9 Millicares. And we're part of the Dementia Action Alliance here in Oldham, and we supply all different products from sock aids to walking sticks to wheelchairs to stair lifts, and the event so far has been very, very good.
I'm Rosemary Treshak. I'm the Healthcare Relations Manager for MAC Clinical Research. It's been a good event. I think maybe because of the weather it's not as well attended as we'd hope, but we're here really to let people know about research that's available to them. I think going through the Dementia Friends session they're going to get a lot out of it.
My name's Peter Gibson. I'm from Oldham CCG NHS, and so far I've really enjoyed the events. It's nice to meet so many people that are living with dementia, and also those who are caring for and helping them, from solicitors through to people who provide walking sticks, etc., and also people who just give good care advice. So it's been fantastic so far.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। बहुत ही मज़ीज़ मेहमान, मेरा नाम मोहम्मद सरवर है और मैं बहुत मशकूर हूँ ग्रीन गेट मसाजिद का और उनकी मैनेजमेंट का, जिन्होंने हमें ये मौका दिया है डिमेंशिया अवेयरनेस की ट्रेनिंग का। और मैं अहसान उल्ला न्याज़ी का भी बहुत मशकूर हूँ कि वो मेरे साथ इस सेशन को पेश करेंगे।
Auzubillahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Assalamu alaikum Sabeen. Today Mr. Silver came in our mosque to explain to you about the dementia, and a lot of people, they don't know about dementia. Honestly speaking, I didn't know myself. I had this problem and I was getting worried. Then I went to see my GP and I asked him what's going on. So he didn't believe me that I could have a dementia. I said, no, there are certain things happening which is I'm not happy. And I was taking some tablets for something. And what happened to me, I took it twice, and then I went back to see him. I said, this is very dangerous. I keep taking my tablets more than what I need. So there is something seriously wrong with me. And he sent me to a specialist. When they checked it, they told me this is the problem is. Now, then I was also told that there is no treatment for this. So what can you do? So first thing I did, I thought back and I came up to these things that if there is no treatment, then I have to fight back and make sure and I can help myself. And also keep seeking the advice from the GP and the people. And that's why, luckily, Mr. Server and his team came in our mosque to let you know how to deal with this kind of problem. Thank you very much.
For year 13 and 14, our launch and the development of this network has put us on the map with NHS England in the annual report as one of the 20 major projects achievements for that year, which is great. The purpose of the network is about creating the awareness of dementia awareness and encouraging people to take responsibility for their health, personal development, acquisition of art and art skills and knowledge from all cultures, organized social activity and participation, staff development for health professionals on the use of arts, develop website of information events, artist training and diary of events, and now that's already have started now as well. And I will be organizing a further meeting with the partners and members to look at what content can be put on there, what headings we can develop as part of the website. So just some of the people who has been initially has been together in the making of the network has been Making Space, Rochdale District in Mind, Everyday People, Rochdale Pioneers Museum, Alzheimer's Society, Asian Women's Project, Rochdale Circle CIC, Stoneham Housing, Rochdale Council, GMLSC Clinical Senate, Sam's Art, Millicare, MAC Clinical Care, Rochdale Borough Housing Possibility, Homestead, and we've got Springhill Hospice as well. And Prospects, who have also were part of that. So there's a lot more organisations that has come on board. So I want to acknowledge these people as the makers for this network. So thank you very much for that.
This is going to be your day. We want to hear what the strengths of this group is to take those things forward, because the survey's highlighted a number of challenges there really in the sense of how do we take that forward. So we just need to look at what skills do we have collectively and individually, and what strengths can we bring into the network, and what are the opportunities of the network.
We've got a wide variety of strengths around the table. We've all got quite different backgrounds and focuses really, but very good at networking, campaigning, education expertise, IT and social media, and how that can be used to raise profiles and interest.
We've got arts, crafts and heritage skills on this table, and probably everywhere else as well. Gay's a very keen crafter and she's very well qualified to do a lot of arts and crafts sessions. Me and Jenny obviously do all the heritage stuff and the reminiscence and other stuff like that. I think we're all very open as well as a group. I think that's a really good strength. We're quite passionate about what we do. We like giving opportunities to others, which is very important, which is probably why we're all here, because the aim of everything is to give opportunities to those that can't quite get it themselves.
So what do you think are the roles and responsibility?
We're also to be ambassadors for the Active Dementia Group.
Ambassadors for the network, okay. MAMC has a successful record in providing projects with various partners and projects including HMR CCG, Link for Life, Skills Funding Agency, Awards for All, NHS Greater Manchester, Lancashire, South Cumbria Strategic Clinical Network. That's all one body, by the way. Greater Manchester Police, Youth Service and the Arts Council.
It's a great pleasure for us to work with MAMC, because one of the things that we want to do as NHS England, and Gain is at the back as well, who does most of the work on dementia, not me actually, so she needs to get credit on it. I lead on mental health, dementia, and neurological conditions for NHS England. And one of the areas I'm very passionate about is working within the voluntary sector, that people actually do a lot of good work. And I don't think the NHS has got that right in the past. So we try and put that right, I am trying to put that right within my areas of work. So we are always looking for voluntary organisations to work with, because you're at the heart of everything that we do.
What we could do to get this group out there, about sharing information, because I know some organisations can be a bit precious about things, but if you make those links, you can actually see them, you can help each other in a way.
Just not treating someone as they've got dementia as well, treating them as an individual. Like if me and you had a cold, it could affect me completely different than it would affect you. And that's what people got to remember. It's not just dementia, it's how it's affecting them, how it's changing their lifestyle, because it's scary. It's scary for anyone.
Sure.
But yeah, being organised, being able to motivate people. There's no point saying I'm going to run this music group today and you know can't be bothered. If you've got to be motivated yourself, because that helps with motivating other people.
And importantly, people understanding what the benefits are of why we use art therapy, why we use art. That is, you know, there's some thing about being passionate about it and really believing that what the benefits are for people. We're all on the same level when we talk about consultation, not delivering what we think people need or what other people above us say they need, but actually consulting with individuals to see what they really need, what the real needs are, rather than that best guessing.
What we want to do at Sainsbury's, as a company, we want to be very involved in the community, so I'm looking for links. We have plans for dementia, for people that are lonely. We are wanting to develop a drop-in cafe in our store cafe, so people who are on their own can come in, get a free cup of tea and a free piece of cake and just have some company. I think it's disastrous that we don't know our neighbours. People are committing suicide because they have nobody to talk to, and so that's what we're trying to do as a company, and I'm just looking for links.
I think today's session was really useful for us all to meet up. There are different people involved in working with older people. It was a really good networking opportunity, and it was really good to establish that there are a lot of passionate people within the borough and wider who are all now trying to come together to do what we can.